Thank you for joining Lisa and I on the Ladies Podcast for another Wednesday night, Wednesday evening of, conversation, discussion, day to day, what impacts you, what impacts us. Hey, if you are new, we are here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we got a hot topic for you guys tonight. And it kind of hit home on this one for me. So I think I'm gonna give y'all some stuff to chew on. And the title is Understanding One-Sided Gratitude. And so I'm gonna use another word, one-sided appreciation. Is it selfishness or jealousy? And so tonight's discussion, we hope to peel back the layers on that, and hopefully you can land on your own conclusion where you are with your relationships, friendships, and maybe you'll be like, well, maybe I should have exercised a little bit more patience or looked at it in a different way and go back and grab that friend. I don't know, but maybe that's where you're gonna land tonight. What you think, Lisa?
I'm gonna be like Celia from The Color Purple. I'm just gonna sit back and see what the wall gonna be like.
Oh my, okay. Now sit back and see what the wall look like.
This
Okay,
this
so
this is gonna be very interesting.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. And so we got some of our familiar fake names in the chat. Hey, Miss Bird, welcome back to the States. I think you're back in the States.
Hey, Bird. Hey,
Hey,
Ebony.
Ebony, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So, hey, we're not going to delay. We're going to go ahead and dive into this thing. Because, look, I'm excited about this conversation. All right, let me get to it. And I don't want to forget, the algorithms love for us to say, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody. We will love them to join our growing community. All right, so what are some common behavioral signs indicating that a friend appreciates your efforts but fails to reciprocate when it's their turn? Mm-hmm. Okay, I said I had some feedback, so I'm going to go ahead and jump on into this thing. All right, so I do have, I guess you say a group of friends. It's not a whole lot, but these are people I've known some since fourth grade, so since grade school or whatever. So I consider them either sisters, brothers, or friends for life. I like to call it friends for life. F4L. If you guys haven't seen that acronym, if it's new to you, write it down. Friends for life. And so I think I may have expressed this before on another podcast, on another show, that I tend to put, I know I put other people before myself. I know I do that. It's in my DNA. It's who I am. However, and I don't regret it. I don't regret having a giving spirit, a supporting spirit. I don't. That's how I feel the Creator made me, and I have a purpose in my life for having those personalities or those traits. However, I am very observant, and I do take a mental note. I don't look for someone to give me because I gave them, but I do look for them to match my energy. So if one of my friends call me up, they're in a situation, need to listen to ear, I'm all for it. They need help, come see by me. I'm gonna make a way to do it. But I know at the same time, I'm not someone who readily asks for help. And so I may be at fault thinking people should read my mind or see that I'm in distress and you don't live in the same house as I am. But if I come to visit you, make effort to take time out of my busy life to come visit you from time to time. It doesn't have to be an every week thing, maybe 2-3 times a month, or I pick up the phone to call you because you're on my mind and I, as a friend, want to see how you are doing. But if I'm the only one making those phone calls, if I'm the only one knocking on the door, then after a period of time, I'm going to be like, wait a minute, well, maybe they don't feel the same way I feel about them. Maybe they don't care about me as much as I care about them. And then I was still on that feeling. I will stew and I will stew, and then eventually I do find myself falling back. And I have done that to some friends. So, am I at fault? So I'm gonna ask the question. So is that them showing a lack of gratitude? Lack of gratitude towards my actions of friendship towards them, or it's just who they are, just accept it. So far, I have not been able to do that. So that's my take on it. That's how I view it. That's Deborah's, I view on how things happen. So yeah, I see you. Oh, hey, I see you is new in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you for the compliment. So yeah, guys in the community, hey, you got that same. If you can make that same observation, assessment, and give us some feedback on what you think, I think that we can kind of get the Lisa, have you had that happen to you? Is
I
that
was
how
just
you view your friendships?
I was just waiting. I didn't want to jump in. I'm learning to wait. Yes, and it seems like it's always me though. Like I'm always going through something similar to that every time we have a podcast show. Yeah, it's going on right now.
Oh,
Because it's always like as long as Lisa is giving, as long as Lisa is making herself available, as
mhm,
long as Lisa is doing everything to the max, me and whoever I'm clicking with, I'm bonding with, getting down with, loving on at that moment, we supposed to be here. It's all good. The minute I pull back or disagree with something, don't agree with something, finally say what I feel, because I'm like the nice friend. I'm
mhm,
straightforward, but I'm always like the nice friend. Like I always try to find substitute words to say.
right.
They say I come off harsh. They say I'm too straightforward. So they want me to put a little sugar on and sugarcoat and choose my words wisely. So I
Mhm,
said, that's how you want our friendship to be okay. If I say is, they're gonna say ain't. If I said do, they're gonna say don't. And it causes lately it has been causing a problem. And
okay.
and I recently said to my mother, I recently said, seems like everybody that I get close to, and as long as I'm doing and giving and being their puppet on a string, time something happened very minute, something very simple. They get mad with me, write me off, and all kind of stuff. Say things and all kind of stuff. Oh yeah, it happens. I'm human hell. I mean, it don't bother me, but it does. So I said to my mother the other day for question number one. It seemed like everybody I love, I lose, because the one time I
Mhm,
disagree, we could be kicking it for 5, 10 years. You know, um, this thing called friends. I'm at the point tonight. I'm not doing the friends thing. I'm just going to accept people as they are.
mm,
So,
mm,
for the moment, I'm your girl. I'm your ride or die. Because
mhm,
trying to be friends, air quotes, with people, trying to be there for people, like you said, since fourth grade, since she was knee high to a duck, I have people in my life that I have been close to because before I came back here, my life was so off limit. Like I lived the most private life you could ever want to see because you didn't see me.
mhm.
You really didn't hear from me. My mother and I and my siblings, we had basically a phone relationship because I didn't live here. Um, but they say, Lisa, you're standoffish. Lisa, you don't come around. Lisa, you don't involve. You don't engage. So as soon as I started to open up a little bit, a little crack and try to do that, it starts to kick me and bite me in the butt. So here, Johnny, come lately, I am at the point where I don't care how they feel. I can give a rat's butt. I'm working on my cursing too. And I'm working on being quiet, being patient, and working on my profanity. So I just that word friends, I I can care less about that word. I don't do friends anymore. I just deal with you as you come. Because trying to be a friend and time something happened and you get mad about something stupid, silly, something that is so childish or irrelevant. And no, it's not everybody, but it just seemed like everyone that I get close to. And as soon as
Mhm.
I say something that they don't like or don't agree with them or something what they're doing,
Hmm.
the problem. Then that word right there, friend, is tested.
It becomes tested.
And I'm tired of saying I'm sorry. I'm tired of the one always trying to fix it.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. And so that
So no,
so that means you have had conversations
many,
to try to
plenty,
figure out what's wrong.
many, plenty. Um, I used to try to figure out what was wrong, but here lately, I just been saying deuces, whatever. I deal with you
Okay.
as I see you. Because when I get close to someone, and that's like anybody, because if I get close to you, it's only a setup for failure. Because that word friend is going to be tested. That friendship going to be get tested. And 9 times out of 10, whoever it is that Lisa's dealing with, they're going to blame it on me. So,
Well,
no.
okay. So last week we talked about having, nobody knows how to fight anymore. That's why so many divorces, so many, people not getting married. And I think Tip gave us statistics like 80% of the divorces are filed by women. So can you say this is the same case? No one really fights for friendships anymore? Or you think that's just two different lanes
Well, I
altogether?
can't I can't say that no one fights because I have fought, for friendship. God knows Lisa have fought. I have tried to be these folks' friends and companion and shoulder to cry on and financially and emotionally, physically, spiritually be there, baby.
Hmm.
That's draining. That is so toxic. I can't do that no more.
And it can be because that's the question. It becomes once when it's one sided. You know
If
what I'm
I
saying?
got to be the one, I always agree with everything that you're doing or saying, and I know you're not right. It's time out. I'm
Right.
52. Grow up.
Right, right. Now, Ebony said it feels like some people don't know that they are lacking. And you know what? I'm going to kind of add on to that because as I was telling you before, there's this I don't know what social media platform I was on. It's usually YouTube or TikTok, so I'm just going to say one of those two. And the guy was what he said had me to stop and think. You if you're a giver, you're the one in the friendship who's always giving, folding, bending, visiting, calling, or whatever, and the other person is not reciprocating. They're not doing the same. So is it that you can't expect someone to act and behave as you would in a friendship, in a relationship, because they are not you? They're not, when the creator created them, they want sprinkled with the sugar and spice and everything nice. Just putting those three out there, just a little nursery rhyme. But they want to sprinkle with the selfish, being selfless, more so about being selfish, right? They want, some people are self-centered, and that's just it. When you were made, there are some pros and cons about your personality. There are some positives and negatives about your personalities. This it's the yin and the yang. Yeah, I like to say it's the angel and the devil. We all got that duality in our lives. And so for you to expect the person to reciprocate, maybe it's what you're doing, or to behave exactly as you are, maybe it's not fair. So I kind of understand what you're saying, Ebony. I feel like you say some people just don't realize that they're lacking. Then perhaps, and I'm going to say in my case, perhaps I should have had conversations with those friends that out and be more like, hey, when I think about you, I call. When I want to see your face, when I want to see you physically, I'll call you and make plans to come over, or I'll try to plan a get together, whatever. Why am I always the one doing that? Why are you not giving as I should give, as I give? So, hey, if you are new in the community, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you don't know, there has been some rebranding, so I got to put that out there. We are no longer the Felicia and Deborah podcast. It is the ladies podcast, but I do not be deceived by that name, the Ladies Podcast. We talk about any and everything that and topics that touch just about everyone's lives, male, female, children, whatever you may be experiencing. So yes, like, share, subscribe. The Ladies Podcast every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. So get in here and talk to us. Do you have that in your life where your friends are not reciprocating and you think that they should? Or are you just being unfair?
Well, you would never find a you out of nobody else.
That
And
is
that's
true.
and that's for sure. So stop looking for you out of people, period. Your friends, your mama, the list go on and on. Sister, dad, uncle, cousin, brothers, teachers, pastors. Stop looking for you out of
Right.
because you're not gonna get a you from the outside people. They can only pretend and be fake for so long.
That is true. So, are we unfairly looking at them through our own lenses, through our own eyes?
Well,
Because,
I don't
like
know.
Ebony was saying, maybe they're lacking and they don't know it.
I don't know if the word unfair is the word that I would use. Um, just like we've been talking for so many times. How many times are you supposed to forgive them for the same thing? How
Yeah.
many times are you supposed to let them walk on your back? How many times are you supposed to say I'm sorry? How many times are you supposed to say let's fix this, let's move forward, and then somewhere down the line it happens again?
Right.
Somebody
Right.
is taking somebody is taking somebody kindness for weakness. I'm gonna take a pause for the calls right here. I got to do this because this young lady on Facebook, uh, Kaylina, Kaylina, Kaylina. Hi, Kaylina. She got married today. Congratulations, Kaylina.
Congratulations for the
Congratulations.
ladies podcast.
Congratulations. Hey, you guys, everybody over here on Facebook Live, would you please join us on YouTube? We would greatly appreciate it. But Kaylina, we can talk, but I'm on podcast right now. So as soon as we're done, I will. But congratulations on your new wedding, marital bliss. Congratulations. Thanks to everybody who's chiming in. Okay, Deborah, go ahead. Sorry, I had to do that because she's hitting me up and
Uh
she said
huh.
you yeah, so she wants to yeah.
Okay. Well, we're just
Don't
gonna
want to
jump
ignore
in.
nobody out, but you were talking, so I didn't want to
Oh,
interrupt.
you're fine. No, you're fine because you were speaking about is it truly being unfair? And when you've talked to your friends or your associates and you said, hey, this is bothering me, and they continue to do it, then maybe it's not being unfair. They're just taking your kindness from for weakness. And Naki Swag said, I struggle with forming friendships because I find it difficult to trust others. It's similar to how animals in the wild are constantly on alert. I always feel the need to keep my guard up. And I think that's speaking from a place of being hurt.
It
Being,
is.
yep.
It is. That's
When you got
exactly
to
what.
put your guards up and but you call that person a friend,
If you're
that's
my
when.
friend, Deborah, if
Mm-hmm.
you're Lisa's friend,
Mm-hmm.
why are we constantly having cat fights about nothing? Why are we keep doing these little childish things every 3, 6, 8, 9, 12 months? If we're friends, why are you so negative? If
Right.
we're friends, why you show so much jealousy? If we're friends, why are you always constantly nitpicking, watching everything I do? You have something
Mm-hmm.
negative to say about everything I do. Why, if we're
Wow.
friends, why should all of my business be yours, but you're tight lipped and won't share anything with me? And then if I go deeper and ask you, well, Deborah, this, and this, and this, and then you say, well, Lisa, that's personal. I don't talk about that. Well, you all up and through mine. You ask me, and if we're friends, I don't have no
Right.
problem with sharing it with you because if we're friends, it's supposed to stay between you and I. But like my great
Right.
grandmama said, if I can't hold a high respect for you, hold it. So I agree with who I agree with is it Ebony?
Yes. Ebony, that was Naki
I I
Swag.
I, I fully 100% agree because people love to say I love you. We talk about this too. People love to
Mm-hmm.
say that word I love you around. But
Yes.
time you get mad at me, where does the love go? Out the window. You mad at me. You don't love me no more. You don't like me no more. You don't want to talk to me no more. You don't want to see me. You don't want to be around me. You block me. You unfriend me. You do everything because you're mad at me. And then when you calm down and reach back out, or we reach back out, and then you want to play Mr. Mrs. Fix It or Mr. Fix It, I mean, you're doing team too much. How many times we gotta go through this?
So they're being too reactive. And
Baby.
that to me sound like they're, you really acting in the moment in your feelings. And maybe some people just built that way.
I think people just need to grow the HELL up. That's what they need to do.
Some people
That
short fused.
they need to grow the HELL up. I said what I said.
And that's, you know what? And I can agree with you To a certain degree. For me, you guys have heard me say this before. You can't be friends with everyone. You can't match with everyone. Because at the end of the day, we are built differently. And just because I may get a good vibe from this person, doesn't mean that that person is meant to be a friend, a long term friend. Maybe that person is just a party so I can go out, have a good time
Everybody's
with.
not meant to be your friend.
Right,
Everybody you meet is not meant to be your friend, your soulmate, your partner, your dog, your go-to person. Everybody is not meant to be that. Everybody
right.
ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real G. Because if I say I got you, I got you.
All right, Lisa. I think I heard a Southern Soul song in there. Then everybody ain't your friend.
Everybody ain't your friend, baby. Everybody
That's
ain't
true.
your partner. Everybody ain't holding it down for you, trying to keep it solid. No, ma'am.
Right, right.
You got people, you can, like you said, fourth grade. Y'all could be friends, have been knowing each other since fourth grade, and you had to adult. Now you're in your 40s and your 50s. But all of a sudden it seems like somebody is saying something, kind of, throwing out some little shade every now and again. And then you might be, I'm not saying this happened to you, but this is how
right.
stuff happens. And then you might be sitting there one day, or you may say, what in the, am I talking to so and so and so? What in the world is she or he talking about? It's just little stuff like that. And if you really want to know if you have true friends, get them drunk. Let them start drinking.
What do they say? What's that saying
Drunk
that goes
person
with
keeps
that?
a sober mind.
Say
Because
that
they say
again.
when they're intoxicated, say everything they want to say when they're not drinking. Let them start drinking. You're going to find out the real them.
Oh wow, gives them a little courage, huh?
Yes,
It
ma'am.
gives them a little courage. Hey
Mm-hmm.
guys, thank you for joining. We see your comments in the chat here. Um, Ebony just want to catch up. Fernando, I think you're saying I don't speak Spanish, but I think you're saying value you because I do understand. The first word says value. I do agree with that. You got to put yourself first. If that is what you're saying, you absolutely got to put yourself first. And I think in doing that, you set up some standards, right, for yourself. What you would expect. Um, what is you're requiring from a friend. What are your requirements? Because sometimes it just goes without being said. People just are friends and they mesh well or whatever. But then you have those friends, and I may even go as far to say each friendship may have to be handled differently, Lisa. What do you think? Each
Mm-hmm.
friendship may have to be handled different, just like your
They do.
children.
They do. You can't put all that grown maturity. And speaking of maturity, I think I'm gonna skip over something, but I see what uh I see you LOL wrote. Some people struggle with maturity because they weren't raised with that right guidance. So that just answered your question. You can't treat everybody the same. You can't give everybody the same thing because some people can't handle it.
Right,
You
right.
can't you can't give everybody wine when they love whiskey. You can't give everybody beer when they love wine. They'll taste it, but that ain't their flavor. That's not their swag. They want what they want because they like what they like.
Right,
if
right.
you if you try to instill too much in the same thing in each friend,
Hmm.
where's the challenge in that?
And I
You
don't
know,
think.
the movie Set It Off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. I always go back to a movie. The movie Set
It's
It Off.
fine. Yeah, I know.
Four different, or was it five different? It was Queen Latifah, Jada, Vivica, and Kimberly. Uh, uh,
Elise. Yeah, Kimberly Elise.
was it? Is her last name Elise? Okay.
I think that may be her middle name.
Um. Well, those four women, friends from knee high to however long, but they were four different women, but they were best friends.
Hmm.
On the end, they did the ride or die thing together. Okay, you got friends, people we call friends, been friends for however many years, visit each other houses, go on double dates, tell
Hmm.
your secret, I tell my secret, hang out, go on vacation together, do
Right,
girls trips together,
right,
go
right.
shopping and out to eat together. But at the same whole time, the friends are watching you.
Hmm.
Everything you do, what you wear, how you got your hair, what handbag you got, what kind of car you drive, what kind of shoes you got on. Watching everything you do. Time you get mad, that friend get mad at you. What's the first thing that friend gonna do? Throw it all up in your face because that real thing wants to come out anyways. And a lot of times, and ain't nobody said this yet on here, when friends do that, a lot of times they feel better to get it out. Because, like that girl told me in
Mhm.
Germany, I was getting ready to PCS. She told me
Mhm.
in Germany, Chanel, how jealous she was of me. I kind of had a feeling because of the things that she was doing when we were
Right.
modeling. But when she told me on the end, when I got ready to go, because she knew now I'm gone. I'm at the
Right.
police.
Right.
I'm finna go. So I'm not in her way no more. But guess what? She failed to realize. Just because I left, somebody else came right behind me. So if her insecurities and jealousies was there from me, it's gonna be the same thing with somebody else if they showing her the same thing they showed me. So either way, she's still gonna have to deal with that. But that word friendship is on the same shelf with that word love. People don't value friendship. People don't value love.
But Lisa, why would you think a person they already know that there's jealousy, that they have jealousy for you? Why would they stay around? Why would they stick around? Why would they
But I
continue
was
a
I was
friendship?
talking I was talking to someone the other day, and she shared a story with me that one of her friends told her that she was jealous of her, and they still kick it.
Ah,
But
oh,
I
I
guess that
mean,
goes back to right here what Nike Swag said. I've been kind of reading comments. Nike Swag says, I haven't experienced betrayal, but I make a point to always be cautious and watch my back to avoid getting hurt. Now, I have experienced betrayal several times. Me and a friend of mine, I'm not going to call her name, we got into it because I was in the PX and I found a wedding set.
mhm.
And I called her and told her, showed her the ring and everything.
Don't tell
This
me she went and
helper,
got it.
this helper
Don't tell me
looked at the
she.
ring and said, "Oh, that ring look familiar. I know who ring that is." And she didn't stop till she found out who owned that wedding set. The girl, and it was her cousin. Come to find out, she really didn't know that wedding set out
What?
of all the wedding sets in the world. But and her cousin called me. Now the cousin that lost the ring in the PX, and me and this girl was like this, like cornbread and collard green, baby. But that right there killed our friendship for the rest of our days. I swear to God, to this day.
Oh, wow.
Because she told me to meet her at Walmart parking lot. And doggone, I got in my car and I went to Walmart parking lot because I ain't scared. I ain't bagging down from nobody. Nothing. And I wasn't near this big. I was about 110 pounds soaking wet. But you weren't gonna whoop me. Period. Period.
What?
She got so mad at me. My best friend at the time, she was my only friend.
Oh, wow,
The
Lisa.
only
That's
woman that
deep.
I was open up to, close to, visit, everything. You know how military
Mhm.
wives are.
Mhm.
And that killed our friendship. Now she had already been kind of doing some little sneaky things, little subtle
Mhm.
things. Like I said, she
Mhm.
shoot the shot on little certain things and say little stuff. And I would, sometimes I say, "All right, now you do a little bit too much." But this right here, when it got to the ring thing,
Uh huh.
she found out who the ring belongs to, and it was her cousin.
Mhm.
Cousin The cousin didn't even think enough to call me to say, "Lisa, did you find my ring? And if so, I want it back." The cousin sent the husband to my house to come and get the ring. I told him, tell her if she want to come get it.
Wow. What?
Now, I shouldn't have said nothing to my friend, but we're on question number one. So I thought she was my friend.
Right.
Um, if she and I had never went as far as we did, I would have just said, "You know what? I'm gonna bring the ring to you and give it back to your cousin." Because I found it. I didn't really want it. I found it. I could have
Yeah.
pawned it because I did look at it. I said, "Ooh, this piece of change right here." I could have pawned it, but I didn't. I kept it because I didn't. I mean, it wasn't mine, and it was somebody's wedding set. And if they want their wedding ring back, I'm gonna give it back.
Absolutely.
That's their
Absolutely.
sentimental. When they took their vows, that's their ring. That's theirs. What their husband
Right.
gave them.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
I was just sharing it with her, just having casual conversation, not even thinking she was about to take it to the next level. And she did it, but it was the way she did it, and was cursing at me.
Oh,
And
wow.
we got into a hot dog dragged out argument over something that didn't even have nothing to do with her. And to this day, I don't really like her. I don't even really fool with her.
Do
Now,
you
when I
ever
heard
see
that
her?
her father had passed, I did
Mhm.
call her when I heard her father had passed. But that was like on the top of this year. We haven't spoken in almost 15 years. Not really, no.
Wow.
I mean, I don't want to be fake with her because she never apologized.
Well,
She
then there you go. Then there you
she
have it.
killed our friendship because she was messy over something that didn't have nothing to do with her. But because we were friends, FRENDS, I shared with her and showed her the ring that I found.
And because Lisa, she acted that way. With look, and it seems like look, she didn't have no problem jumping right on in. So
If
she
the girl,
already had some feelings against
if the
you.
young lady wanted her ring and had
Yep.
reached out to me, I would have said, "Well, where do you want to meet? Or you can come to my house, or whatever." I would have even given the ring to her cousin if her cousin hadn't came at me the way she did.
Wow. Yeah. She already had
I
some.
mean, and because it was a wedding set. It belongs to someone.
Right.
And when
Right.
she investigated, like she took her a couple days, baby. We went there.
Lisa, she wanted a reason to attack you.
And I
You
went
was
to
sitting
her.
on
Well,
that.
we haven't had it kind of like having our little. I like to say this word I made up. Our little discrepancies. We had already been kind of having some, back and forth. Before she got a job, you
Hmm.
know, we used to go out to lunch all the time. I used to pay, pick her up, blah blah blah. When she got her job and started making her money, she forgot about return
Hmm.
favor. And then she started hanging out with the people at her job, going to lunch with them and things of that nature. And I'm the type of chick, I don't care because I understand the working world. No, I understand corporate America. You go out and have lunch with your friends. But
Right.
then, like, if I call you on Friday or Saturday morning and say, hey, let's go shopping, you know what we have been doing? Oh, well, I got something to do, or I'm going with so and so and so and so. And then it just kept being like that. So I stopped asking her to go anywhere with me. Then when I stopped asking her, and then she would see me here and there, ooh, B bitch, why you didn't call me? See, she had already started doing little things. She had
Uh
already
huh.
started,
Uh
getting out
huh.
of character. And I had been kind of saying, hey, you need to chill out, man. You doing too much.
Right.
So when the ring
Right.
thing happened, that just,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. That just caused the end. What I
So
mean to
Deborah, we're gonna
me,
get on in. We're gonna get on into question number 2. We got a lot of comments coming in, but we halfway
yeah,
mark with the thing, so we need to go and get.
question we and like you said, we always rolling, so we probably already done dabbed on a little bit.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
could
Question.
underlying factors like jealousy or insecurity cause a friend to act like you don't exist when it's their turn? We
Yeah,
just
we talked
I
about.
think.
So yeah, we touched on. So let's go to number 3.
Well, we actually got a question, Lisa,
Okay.
that I want to. Someone has asked us, and I know I just saw it. What are some of the examples of jealousy? Could you, ladies, share some of the signs of jealousy?
Oh, I just said a mouthful. Yes. They will start like saying little things. I've been seeing on Facebook a lot.
Hmm.
Y'all, stop letting these people. Let me get close to the camera. Y'all, stop letting these people have little slyway, ugly remarks and comments about y'all. They mean it. It
They
ain't
mean
funny.
it.
They're not doing it. They're not doing it to say I'm just joking. I'm kidding. They mean
Nope. They mean it.
that's that slyway stuff. They mean that. I'm working on my
Hmm.
cussing now. I'm working on my profanity, but they mean that ish. They mean it.
Is that what they call throwing a little shade? But they
Yeah.
really mean that
It
stuff.
start out with a little shade, and then before you know, the whole tree is covered with leaves. You got a whole yard full of shade. Yeah. Start out with a little. Yeah, because if you pay attention to your surrounding, your team, your circle, that's what it is, your inner circle. If
Yeah.
you pay attention to your circle, and if you know your circle of life of friends,
Hmm.
like I'm gonna use my aunt on this one. My aunt have 2 sets of friends. She have the funny friends, down for whatever, have fun, um, um, and they're just goofy.
Yeah.
She had a lot of fun with that set of friends because ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody acting the same. Everybody having fun.
Bring the
They
same
like they
energy.
like the same thing. Ain't nobody trying to challenge nobody ego, education,
Right.
background. Nobody 6 figures. Everybody got their own thing and they doing them. But her
Right.
other set of friends, she said, she have to watch what she say. She have to walk on eggshells. She have to be on her P's and Q's.
That is
She have to
exhausting.
dress a certain way. She have to be very bougie and very materialistic when she's with these other sets of friends.
But why?
Because,
Why? Why even have them?
well, I asked her that. She liked the women, they like her. But it's a thing. It's a look at me. It's an attention. I got this. I got that. I can afford this. I can afford that. You know, and my aunt, she swaddles us. What does they call it? Squaddles the fence, saddles the fence,
Straddles.
straddles the fence.
Mm-hmm.
She can get down with the good. She can get down with the mediocre. You know, me. Now, if you ask me, could I do it? No, ma'am. No, sir. Ain't no way, no how, shape, form, or fashion. No, because I'm not fake, and I can be one of the most bougiest bitch on this side of heaven. But I choose to be the way that I am. I'm humble.
Just be
I
authentic.
I can vary. Yes, I am.
Yep.
I can be as country and as down to earth as a worm in a hole.
Right.
And that's my comfort zone. Just being authentic
Yeah, because
Lisa.
what you just described for your aunt, that's exhausting. But I got to believe that there's some part in her that likes that, or she wouldn't even have those type of friends.
She girl, I could do a whole podcast about my aunt.
But some other signs of jealousy for the one that asked in the chat, I would think, and from my experience, they start to imitate you. Maybe imitate the way you wear
Ooh,
your hair,
ooh,
imitate your clothes,
ooh.
maybe go out and get the same type car or try to get a better car that you drive. They try to outdo you. If you throw a party, they're gonna try to do it 2 times, 3 times better. The list goes on, and I'm gonna be honest. I think you're a mature person in this chat, and you've experienced things. Maybe just second guessing what you've experienced, but that's what's going on. If you think it's jealousy, it's jealousy. If they make you feel uncomfortable, if there's any question at all about how that friend makes you feel, then maybe you need to rethink the friendship. And with that being said, we're going to go on to question number 3. How can you effectively communicate your feelings to a friend who shows appreciation but doesn't reciprocate your efforts? And that's where I said I feel like I was at fault or I can improve upon, because I would just quietly just pull away, pull away. Okay, you're not calling like I'm calling. You're not showing up like I'm showing up. But I'm gonna be honest. Someone and when I shared this with someone, they said, "Well, you know what? Take it a little bit deeper. If you've been friends with this person since the 4th grade, and even though you don't talk as much as you used to, y'all don't see each other as much, I guarantee you, if you were in need and you picked up that phone, that friend is going to be right there."
The
And I
real
got to
friend,
agree with at least 2 of those people in my
the
life.
real
I got to
the,
agree.
the real friend gonna be there, and when the real friend come, they're not gonna tell your business. They're not gonna talk
Right.
behind your back. And if you're not in the presence of someone is talking about you, putting their mouth on you, disrespecting you, downgrading you, a real friend will, they'll hold it down for you.
Exactly.
And even if it's just something, don't say that about Lisa because she's not here to defend herself, because that's my girl. Something
Right.
is there. But because everything don't need a scene. You don't have to get loud and ratchet and countrified about everything. And
Right.
another way that you can find out, like you said, Deborah, the list goes on and on. Another thing, that a way that you can find out if you're dating someone, and if your friend is not dating or haven't had good luck in dating, or
Mm-hmm.
if your friend marriage is not like your marriage, you can they will start to do and say things. And like I
Uh-huh.
said, a lot of times nowadays in 2024, baby, them folk can't hold that stuff in. They letting you know how they feel about you.
That's true. They do.
They letting you know.
They do, and that may be a reason why a person may be like, "Well, I'm just going to pull away versus having a conversation." Because you got some friends that are very combative. They
Very,
will get loud, call you
very.
out your name, and you. Some people, depending on your personality, hey, I'm just not going to even have a conversation. I rather just let the relationship dissolve on its own. Lisa, there is a person in our chat. I see you. We need to read I see you comments, because what I just read got my mouth kind of open. And y'all give me a moment, because I know there's other comments, but I want to read what I see you said. He
Hi,
said,
Wonder. Welcome, one.
um, could you ladies share some signs of jealousy, which we just did? I see you said, the reason I'm asking is that I genuinely believe my girlfriend might be jealous of me. Even though I provide for her needs, I'm starting to suspect that she's more interested in my money. Oh, okay,
Well, now that
okay.
I see you, LOL. Yeah, that it could be. You know, I've been on both sides. I've been married and I've been divorced. Um, and I have four brothers, and so I've heard all of that before. Yes, it could very well be.
Mm-hmm.
She could very well be jealous of you. But now, if she's so jealous of you, if you think that, stop giving her your money. See how jealous she'll be. Said it. I almost said it.
Look, and I see you. You got to give, if you don't mind, giving us some examples of why you feel outside of the money. I mean, because to me, there may be two different situations going on there. You sound like you may be your girlfriend may be a gold digger, and the gold digger doesn't necessarily have to be jealous. They actually want what you got because they want that money. So I think it's different. She's a
Well, they
gold. She may be a gold digger, and if she's jealous of you, what are some of the examples that make you feel that way?
she could be showing signs of jealousy, like if he speak to another lady, if they're out together, perhaps if he pay for another woman's drink,
Mm.
or
Mm-hmm.
he, uh fix another woman flat, or it could be anything that he it could be she think that he might be doing something for another woman, and
Oh,
and you got
okay.
a lot of girlfriends are jealous of guys' mothers because they
Girl, I
feel
was about to
like they
say
are
that.
mama boys, and they feel like
Yes.
whatever you're doing for mama, you can do for me. Not necessarily true. Now, if he was if I see you as her husband, then
Uh-huh.
according to the scripture, you cleave to your wife, leave home and cleave to your wife. But if she's your girlfriend, and if
Right.
you're doing everything to make sure she's straight, what is she doing to make sure you straight? And if it's just a money thing, if you feel like that's what it is, then
Hmm.
maybe you need to go and self-evaluate. I see
I
what
can
I
agree with that. I can agree with that
how
because if
old
he's
is how old are you and how old is she?
good question. That's a good question. If you don't mind sharing, I see you. If you don't mind sharing. All right. Before we go to question number four, just going back to some of the other comments because I didn't want to look over you guys. That one just kind of stuck out based on where we were in our conversations. Um, Ebony, we may have touched on this. Some people have not been told that they're lacking because the other friend has just ended the friendship and not told them why. I'm guilty of that. But I will say this, Ebony, and it was one of those friends since the fourth grade. This is my sister. I think I told y'all about this. Hey, I'm gonna have to pause. Please like, share, and subscribe. But I'm gonna get back to the story. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This was my friend. I mean, my sister. I call her mom, mom, her dad, dad. My mom passed away when I was 13, and so, I grew up, coming up with them. They kind of took me in, and me and her were very close. And she was in a relationship with a guy, and you know how best friends are. Look, whether you ask for my opinion or not, if I see this person mistreating you, taking advantage, I'm gonna tell you what it is. And then somewhere along the way, I just got tired because she wasn't listening. She stayed with the guy, and I'm just getting agitated and angry about it. But I'm still gonna try to be there for her. And so I'm telling her. So she took it as if, because this said person she was dating ended up dating a cousin of mine. Now, me and this cousin, we were like third, fourth. We weren't close. And so she figured that me and the cousin was, in cahoots against her. It just kind of went left. But I've been your friend since fourth grade, right?
Hmm.
And the friendship ended by her to remove me from her Facebook list, friends list. I couldn't, I couldn't go to her page.
Well,
I'm
won't
like,
they run the Facebook quick?
I could, this when Facebook was just becoming real popular. I'm like, wait a minute. Son, I know maybe this is a mistake. So I didn't call her. I didn't call her because I'm one of those people. I stew a little bit, right? So I didn't call her, but I was able to. Is it direct message? Is it still a messenger on Facebook where you can send them a message even though you're not friends with them? So
Well,
I
I
just
don't know,
wrote.
but you can still do Messenger.
You can do messenger.
Yes.
I sent her a long one, and I just spelled out, after 20 plus years of friendship, I deserve more than the way you ended the friendship. And, Years went on, and then y'all tell me if I was right or wrong in this, because I feel like I need to put closure on it. I need a peace, because I didn't know why she did that.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day I called her mom. This was probably about 5 years, since that happened. I called her mom, got her number, spoke to her. I said, I am not looking to rekindle friendship, because to me, if we were that tight, we were like sisters, and you get in a friendship like that, you already had something. You already had some jealousy, something
Right.
was festering
Right.
that you didn't like, that you were holding against me. You didn't like about me, but you
Right.
stayed in my face anyway,
Right.
absorbing my energy, my attention, my time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked her, I'm not trying to rekindle the friendship at all. I said, but I would like to put a pin in it, in our friendship. Why? What did I do? I phrased it that way. What did I do to offend you? To make you to want to end a 20+ year friendship? And she said what I thought it was. She thought that I hooked my cousin up with her then husband. He was actually her husband at the time, and they ended up getting divorced. But I said, wow. I said, okay, okay. I said, well, that's not what that was. I
Right.
appreciate you telling me. And you have a blessed day. And that, haven't talked to her since.
And that's good, because for you, like you said, you wanted closure. And I feel like in the timely fashion that you felt like you were ready to reach out to her mom, or whomever you spoke with, you did it your way in your timing when you felt strong enough to do it. And that's what it's all about. And then y'all both moved forward in life and went on and haven't
Yep.
spoken again. But when you're dealing with these friends and they keep doing it and you keep forgiving, that's
Yes.
almost the same thing. And then you find yourself like you're talking to a child. And the first thing they like to say, don't talk to me like no child, I'm a grown woman. Well, act like it. Act like it. You on some BS right now. Act like it. I'm,
Right.
I'm tired of this. People, it's enough going on in this world. We got enough bull crap going on in this world, Deborah. Everybody should be trying to get close to somebody and
That's
stay there.
true.
And
I
stay
agree.
there. And stay there.
I agree, Lisa.
Everybody
I
needs
agree.
somebody to talk to. My aunt asked me, she said, Lisa, she said, do you think it's you? And I said, I thought about that thing, and I went to God about that thing. I said, because I said, well, maybe it is me. Maybe I'm doing
Mm.
something. Maybe
Mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm.
not doing enough of something. Maybe I'm doing too much of something. I said, so I went and evaluated Lisa. I stepped all the way back and I said, Lord, what am I doing?
Right,
Right
right,
or
right.
wrong? Because if it is me, I need to work on me and fix me. And I stepped back for a while. I don't know, 6 months, a year, whatever. And I just wasn't dealing with nobody. You know what they started saying then?
What they
Lisa,
start saying?
Lisa funny acting. Lisa standoffish. Lisa thinks she's so much she don't want to be around us. Lisa don't call. Don't invite her because she ain't coming. I'm like, gee whiz, I can't win for losing.
Can't win for losing. But yeah, I could kind of see that would be the next thing. But Lisa, when you took time to yourself and pulled back, did you find that those same people that are friends that you were having issues with, did they have the same personality, the same
They
traits?
was having the same thing with other people because when we started back talking, they were telling me stuff. And then like when we wasn't speaking, other people, them folk were calling me, telling me what they were doing to them. Pretty much the same thing.
So you
So
were attracting the same type people.
they were attracting the same like vibe and energy from them. And people and some, we had some mutual friends, from everybody I have dealt with just about.
Mhm.
And they would tell me, they would say, why you and so and so and so and so don't talk no more? I said, I'm not gonna get into that. I already know why y'all ain't talking. 'Cause let me tell you, girl, she a trip. She this, she that. And then when they do that, okay, you open Pandora's box, right? So I never tell the whole thing, but I will say something to the fact like, yeah, I have experienced that with them.
Wow.
Because if you got to be careful when people bring a bone, because they're gonna take a bone. You got to be careful.
Got to be
And
careful with that.
so I'm not gonna feed you a lot of. I say more on podcasts than I say to people on the phone. Shoot, you want to know the truth? I express more on here than I do on the phone when because on here they just looking at me. I can't see them. I see what they write, but shoot, I don't know what they look like. And when I get our podcast, I'm gonna go make me an egg and cheese sandwich, and it's over to next Tuesday and Wednesday.
No, you didn't say egg and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, and I'm gonna toast the bread. Eels, eels. But
Ain't no wrong with a good egg and cheese sandwich, Lisa.
but you know, it's just it's
But Lisa, are these friends? Do they have the same personality? If you look at
they
friend
need to
A,
stop saying friends. They need
Lisa,
to stop using the word friends when
Lisa,
they
they were
know
your
they're
friends before you
not
cut
a
them
real
off.
friend.
Lisa, they were your friends before you cut them off. So let me, okay, all right, Lisa, all right. So your associate A and your associate,
Go ahead. Go, Dep.
your associate A and
A,
your associate B,
B,
are they alike?
no,
Okay. Because
no,
I was trying to go somewhere with that. Are you
no,
attracting people with the same personalities,
no.
the same
Everybody
flaws?
everybody I deal with is different. I talk to you on podcasts every Wednesday. You're different.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. That's why I always say, if I tell you something and if it get back to me, I'll know it came from you. I'll come to you and I'll say, Deborah, why did you tell so and so? At least I ain't telling nobody. Then I'll be like, yes, you did, Deborah. You lying because I ain't telling nobody. But you, this particular thing right here, I can
Oh,
tell 3 people the same story, but I'm gonna only tell one person that main thing. And if I hear it again, I know exactly who it came from because that's the person I told.
I'm gonna say in my situation, and the reason I'm saying that because as Miss Birch was saying, in agreement with what I said earlier, every friend you can't treat every friend the same. Just like if you have 2 or 3 kids, they are different. You can't parent them the same. You're gonna have a child that doesn't require those love hugs and kisses, and you constantly, are you doing okay? You know, it's just kids are different, so friendships are gonna need to be handled differently, right? So I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say I'm doing some self-reflection because I like to have fun. I like
Okay.
people who are highly energetic, like I am,
Me
who
too.
like to enjoy life, do things adventurous. But because of that, I'm gonna easily gravitate towards you because you got the same energy, da da da. But that
Right.
doesn't necessarily mean you're a good person. And
Right.
I've had to drop a friend because of that because their friendship was inconsistent.
You can't be too quick to call these folks friends. That's
That's what it
my
is.
friend. You can't be too quick to say, this my sister, this my girl, this my dog, this my friend. No,
What's
no,
that
don't
song, Lisa?
stop doing it because it's hurting.
Lisa is on the. You want to sing it? What's that song? That country song. Let Black Cat out there sing. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner.
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real. When I say I got you, I got you. When it's effed up, it's getting effed up. I hold it down and keep it silent. And when you not around, I protect your name. I won't let talk about you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. If I say I got you, I got you. I
I
hold
knew
it
you
down,
had.
keep it silent.
I knew
Baby,
it
let
was
me
in you.
tell you. Let me tell you. I'm a music lover. Like everything I do, mostly everything I do is gonna be surrounded by music. Like I'm a
Yeah.
concert goer. Like I chase concerts. That's my jush. That's my jive. That's my thing. I love music. When I'm in any type of atmosphere, if I'm with other people, and I have gone to a lot of concerts with different people, and most of the people that I have gone to concerts with, they're pretty good. They have fun. They having fun their way.
Uh-huh.
Everybody ain't loud and jumping up and dancing. Hey, hey, and dancing all over the place and singing all over the place. That's me.
Right.
Okay, because that's my feel. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm out there doing that and we're together, don't be looking all upside my head and rolling your eyes at me and telling me, sit down, you doing too much. Help you. You should have stayed at home because
Exactly.
I could be by myself. I ain't coming to no concert to sit down. I ain't
Exactly.
dead. I'm at
Right.
this concert to have fun. And if
Exactly.
you don't like my energy, baby, bye.
Exactly. Exactly. Energy
I,
like
I
energy.
just Now if I'm going somewhere with you, and if this is your atmosphere, if this is how you vibe to whatever, if I'm with you at a setting, and if you want to sit, if you're sitting there with your legs crossed, arm crossed, sitting straight up in the chair, very poised and
Mm-hmm.
speaking correct English, being this bougie bee. I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? With the afro, I can do that too. But I don't like to be in atmospheres like that often.
I don't know.
I'm uncomfortable because if
Yes,
I'm at a wedding reception and if they play Michael Jackson, I'm
it's
gonna
over.
jump the HELL up.
It's
And
over.
it's on. It's on and over. OVA. And don't come back and tell me you need to go sit down. You're gonna get cussed out and probably hit. Leave me alone. I'm at this boring ass reception. They playing Michael Jackson. I'm finna have fun.
But see, you be the one that get the party started. So in other words,
And do. Always do. Always do. Don't
yep,
come for
you the
me.
one to get the party started.
And them folks be looking at you, and I'm like, I be saying to myself sometimes, why are you here? If you ain't having fun, why are you here?
Why are you here? It's a lot of people like that, Lisa. It's a lot of people.
If you're
I
not
see
having
you,
fun, why are
Lisa
you here?
said.
Why are you in my space and messing up my energy? Why are you here?
Right, right, right. We got our answer, Lisa, from I see you. I see you now. I don't know this. Okay, I see you. He said he or she said they are 37 and the girlfriend is 39. Now I know you want to know their ages.
Wanda, everybody's not your friend. Everybody ain't your partner, baby.
So what did you want to add to what did you want to say to ICU? Because he
Well,
gave
the
the
reason why
ages.
I asked how old, the reason why I asked how old they were, because he
Hmm.
said that, he makes sure that she's straight. And he makes sure, pretty much that he gives her, I guess, pretty much whatever she wants, but it seems like she's jealous. So if she's now that she's in her 30s, not quite 40, because you got some 40, 50-year olds that act like that,
Hmm.
kind of act like that too.
Hmm.
Um,
30. Yeah.
my mom, I can use my mom because my mama tell me, Lisa, you can talk about me on your show. I don't care. My mama is 69, will soon be 70. My mama will tell you, I'm not jealous of that man I married. I just don't want him to take from me and give to another woman. So with and y'all know my mama. And with that being
Yes.
said, with I see you, he says, how he takes care of her, you know,
Right.
is she straight? So that's why I asked the question how old she is, because do she make sure you straight? Is she taking care of you? Is she there for your needs, whatever you're lacking in? Y'all not married because you haven't said that. Um, if you need something, money, because you don't want to call her a gold digger. Do you think that do she work? Do she have a job? Is she, do she have any finance coming in? Because a lot of women that don't work, that is how they are. And they could love you in their own little way, I see you, but they love you more because of what you're doing for them. Don't get it twisted.
Mm.
They
Mm-hmm.
love what you're doing for them because if you pull back the plate and stop doing you see yourself. You be having a podcast show next week.
Well, I see you. I hope that gave you some insight because you should really seem sincere in finding and getting an answer to your question. Just wanted to say hello to Miss Wanda Walton. Thank you for joining us.
Hey,
Um,
Wanda.
thank you for
I already want
joining. Love you.
hey,
And
love.
Erica, thank you for stopping by again tonight. We appreciate you being here. And if you hadn't had an opportunity as of yet, before we move on to our last question for this evening, share your thoughts on the conversation that we're having tonight about, you having friends and they're not reciprocating your energy, they're not giving like you're giving. And
Like
maybe
Wanda,
because maybe they don't know they're lacking. You need to have a conversation, right?
like Wanda said, match energy. Match energy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and you can have 10 people, that girlfriends that you've been friend with forever, or a group that you just recently formed. It can be 10 of y'all with different. All 10 of y'all got different personalities.
yes,
All
yes,
10 of y'all want different things out of life.
yes,
All of y'all may be in college, but y'all going to school. All 10 of y'all may be going to school for different things.
right, right.
Some of y'all may graduate in December, some may not. Some may have to graduate next May or August.
That's
It's
true.
it's all about respect when you have friends. But a lot of friends, they want you to be there for them and cater to them. But when it's your turn, they don't like to give it back. They got more excuses than somebody going to jail.
Absolutely, and that's
Then
real.
they act like they get a problem. You can be there 99 times and then 100 times you can't be there. Oh, the freaking cloud has burst open.
And
They have
then you
lost a everlasting jackrabbit minds
absolutely, absolutely.
because you weren't there at one time. But you done forgot about all the time you told me you was gonna be there for me. And when time came, you stood me up, no show, called me and counseled at the last minute. But I had to eat it. I had to deal because we friends. I got to eat it. We still friends. Deborah and Lisa still friends. Lisa always there for Deborah. Deborah ain't never there for Lisa, but Lisa got to eat it because when Deborah called, Lisa got to go. But when Lisa called, Deborah got more excuse than something going to jail.
Time to end the friendship. They've just
If it's a constant thing.
if
Because
it's a
if I'm the one
constant
that
thing.
always giving and always there, what do I need you for? Why am I calling you? If I'm married and if my husband is not doing what he's supposed to do and it's
Mm-hmm.
causing a problem at our address, why are we married? I don't
Good
need you here
question.
to be in the bed with me when you get ready. I don't need that. I need you for things that I can't do for myself. I need a friend to be there for me to the end. If you're going to be a friend, people come into your life for a reason and a season. But don't come get all up in my soup and want to be the main ingredient, the chicken, and I got to be the slime and okra. Come on now. No,
That's a
no,
new one.
no.
Well, Lisa, I see you said if she hears, I see you said if she hears a woman's voice, which
Oh,
is usually my mom, she gets
oh.
jealous and throws a hissy fit. Then said, what I haven't mentioned is that I met her at a strip club in Vegas. I'm starting to
Okay.
think she might be a gold digger.
Okay, well, yeah, that's
Now I
you
don't
just
feel
answered.
bad
I
about you.
listen, I said it, but you just answered it. What they said on White Chick, the Wayne and Boy. Oh, Brittany, you were thinking it, but you said it. So I said it. He was thinking it, but I said it. So there it is.
Look now, I see you. She's very skilled at manipulation, but I can't seem to break free from it. Now, look now, you already know what the issue is. You know what the problem is, and you know you do not like the way it feels. But you continue to allow her to manipulate you back in. Now, at least you have to get some advice on that. I don't know how
All
do you
right, all right. I see you now.
pull the
LOL.
weight out of manipulate, pull away from.
I'm about to think. Are you real about this thing? Or are you playing that? Don't be. Don't be messing with my intelligence now. Cause I know we done answered every question. Now, if you ain't getting it, we're not professionals. Let me say this. We come on
Right.
here Tuesday and every Wednesday ever since November. We're not professionals, and we have not gone to school for this. But now we some smart women. So now we done
Mhm.
told you what it is, and you just said
Now it's up to
yourself,
you.
you met her at a strip club in Vegas.
Come on now. We ain't judging, but you got certain
And I ask you,
personalities
I
in
ask you,
those establishments.
do she work?
Come on, I see you. Come on now. Like Lee said, I think you can know. I think you know 1 + 1 = 2 at this point. With that being said, we're going to wrap up our last question for the evening. You guys have been wonderful. You have been awesome. If you are new to the Ladies Podcast, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Lisa, which question you want to dive? You want to take us out with? Number
Go,
4, or number 5, or
go
did we
ahead,
do
baby.
number 4?
Surprise me. Go ahead, because I think we have touched on all of it.
I'm gonna do number 5. When is it appropriate to reconsider the value of a friendship where you feel your effort are consistently unreciprocated, and what are the steps for addressing this imbalance? When is it appropriate to reconsider the value of a friendship? Like Lisa said, when it keeps happening over and over and over and over, and you've had these conversations. I don't like to put a number on it, but I think you're gonna know within yourself when you should call it wraps.
And you will know because when you get tired, see, when you
Mm-hmm.
show enough, get sick and tired, sick and tired, sick and tired. Uh,
Yes.
and when you see it's not working, um, I hate to go back to the best friend that I had, but that's what happened to us. I think in 22, and that's why we're not, because I got to the point where I was just done, like as done as a steak can be. I I I was through. It was just team too much for me because
Yeah.
doing the same thing over and over every 6 months, every 3 months, you know, every time you get intoxicated, this is what you do. no, I can't keep doing this to me.
Right.
And I shared a thing on Facebook last night. I apologize to Lisa for Lisa giving people too much of Lisa, and don't nobody give Lisa nothing. I shared that, like, well, somebody shared it and then I reshared it, wrote my little comment or whatever, and I apologized to myself
Well,
because
you know what,
did I
Lisa?
know tonight this is what our show is going to be about, because it just, you'll know if you got sense, if you got feelings, if
Mm-hmm.
if your heart and mind is tired of that friend, and that's male or female, because men go through the same thing as women do.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are just a little bit different,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they handle things like this a little different. But women, we're sensitive, we're case sensitive, we're mothers.
Yes.
Us are mothers. We're some emotional creatures, most of us, and so we try to work it out with our friend because we know how much we have shared with that friend.
Yes.
Know how we know
Absolutely.
we have secrets,
Yep.
and
Absolutely.
we know how we have been there through the good, the bad, the pretty, and the ugly with this friend or these,
Right.
and so to keep going back and forth on the battlefield of the same thing, it gets too much, and after a while somebody's going to throw in the white flag, and that was me. I was the one. I gave up. I just got tired. I surrendered and I threw in the white flag. And I've been a happy, healthy person ever since. And but here lately, um,
Mm-hmm.
the last month or two, I have just put myself in a position to say I'm not friends with anyone. We just gonna, we just gonna kick it when we're kicking it.
But I do know people will take good people, good hearted people for granted. Like I
And
said, if it's just in you to go out your way for people, then they become to want to expect that of you. They become spoiled in a sense. And I know I've had to tell myself going into new friendships, I have to throttle my actions. Don't go in so hard with the love and the support. Give a little bit, because then they would become to expect your giving, and then they become spoiled to your giving. And just like a spoiled child, once you start pulling back, say, no, you can't have that, what they're going to do? Act out.
don't be so quick to share personal um things in your life. And but the people that I did it with, I know them very well, and we had a bond, like, well, I thought we had a bond like there was no tomorrow. But one thing happened that has crushed the bond, the love, the friendship, the
Mm-hmm.
and then when you sit back and start to think about some things, you think about the things that you shared with these people, because
Right.
you really thought that, you were friends, and you never
Right.
thought that this minute, this petty would break a friendship into a million pieces. But it has. And I see, as soon as I disagree with someone or don't agree with them, or people that I'm close to, it causes a problem. So
Yep.
now I'm not calling nobody friends. I'm just gonna say, what up, chick? I love this topic. I hate we got to get off, but if we don't have to get off, I could talk another 30 minutes or maybe
I know it's a topic
um
that is near and dear, I think, to everyone. I
um
do.
Kalina, Ebony says, congratulations on your marital bliss. We got comments coming in. Um,
Yeah, I think we've. Yeah, is that a lazier? Is that where you are? Because I'm not. I'm sorry. I see you. I'm almost like Lisa now. It's like you building up a storyline. I mean, if you were in a car accident and you suffer significant damage, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that for you. And if you're saying because of your injuries, this lady caters to you, then love yourself. Know that you are more than your wallet. That's all I have to offer.
Wanda says she's a gold digger and she is insecure. But hey, welcome to podcast, because everybody's entitled to opinion as long as everybody's being respectful and not disrespecting anyone. Hey, everybody's entitled
Yes.
to an opinion. You got my attention with your question, and I asked, but I don't. I mean, only you can answer your own questions. If you feel like she's a gold digger, then that's what she is, and that's the way you feel. If she have a problem with you and your mom relationship, then there it is. All the red flags are there. Ray Charles ain't got to see, and Stephen darn sure ain't got to wonder. So it's a wrap with that one. But to everybody on here, thank y'all so much.
Thank
Oh,
you.
he's
You're welcome. I
I
see
see
you.
you. LOL says thank you for telling me the truth. Well,
Yes, you're
it's
welcome.
it's not so much the truth. We're answering your questions in according to the way that you're asking us, and some of the things that you're saying, I don't know if it's true or not. Only you would know that it's true or not, what she is doing and what y'all are going through. But we're not licensed therapists. We haven't gone to school for none of this. We're not professionals. We're just two country girls that comes on here and do podcasting, and
Hmm.
we just put out our best truth. We try, because we get a lot of people on here. I see you. We get a lot of people on here that's real, fake, and trolling. So when we see a lot of this, we just try to navigate, you know,
Hmm.
and answer everybody questions. Some questions we miss, some comments we miss. We try not to, but it's just all part of being on podcasting. And if you got this problem with her, and if you feel like she's jealous and a gold digger, and go against the grain of your mother, you was in a car accident, if you feel like she wasn't there, and da 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 blah blah blah,
Right, right.
then you already know what you have.
Absolutely. And I agree 100%. Well, guys, it
Thank
is.
you, Deborah. Somebody says you guys are so pretty. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your feedback. Thanks for your
Thank
comment. It
you.
has been awesome, an awesome, awesome, awesome discussion tonight. I have taken some things from it. I hope you guys have
I-
as well. As always, come join us. We have an after party show after the on Telegram. Link to it is in the chat. Telegram after party is where you can come on video, show your face, or not. You can just stay on mute. But it gives you an opportunity to express yourselves, things that you may not be able to say on YouTube due to the algorithms. But you out there, you're able to comment on and just continue the conversation with Lisa and I if you want to, and just be free in doing so. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my girl Lisa so she can close us out for tonight.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the ladies. What is it? The ladies podcast.
Yes.
The ladies podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll be here every Wednesday, 6 Central, 7 Eastern time. Much, much appreciated. Thank you for all the love, the feedback. Thank y'all for giving us an hours and change power of your time, because you could be anywhere else doing anything else, but you came here. Thanks to all the beautiful comments. Thank you, Deborah, my
Thank
co-host,
you,
my girl.
Lisa.
Well, I'm your co-host, my girl, and we're doing it. We're communicating. She's back at home and I'm at home. So, but
Yes.
it's all right. Oh, hold on. Here's the love. I brought my love tonight. I brought my
I
love
love it.
tonight.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
guys so much. See you guys next Wednesday. Take care. God bless and good night.
Have a good night. See you in the after party.